I then contacted Harris's campaign because I thought I should talk to them and see if they're interested in any of these issues, which I suspected they were not, because Kamala was still an empty slate. Kamala, was an empty slate. So,
she's pronounced it both ways herself, so it's okay.
I want to respect people and give them,
yes.
So I reached out to her, and I reached out through a number of people, including some relatives of mine who are very, very close to her personally and to the Democratic Party, and they just said, that's a non-starter. There's no way in the world that she's going to talk to you. And they said, we can get you a meeting with a low-level campaign official. And I said, okay, I'm not interested in that.
Why wouldn't, it's interesting, why wouldn't Kamala Harris meet with you?
Maybe the same reason that she hasn't given an interview. I think it seems to me that there's a lot of handlers involved. And even when you talk to Democrats about, do you really think it's a good idea to be electing somebody who cannot give an interview? They say, well, you're not electing her, you're electing the people around her. You're electing the apparatus. And the apparatus, but the apparatus is an apparatus I don't have any faith in. It's an apparatus run that are neocons like Anthony Blinken and who are, running us right up into a World War III.
But it's strange from her perspective. First of all, electing an apparatus is not how democracy works. That's an oligarchy, just in point of fact. But as a political calculation, your presence in the race running third party hurt Trump. No one disputes that. The polling's really clear on that. So if you're the Harris campaign, kind of a win, right, to get some alignment with you, why, even human curiosity, you'd think would compel her to want to meet with you. Like, take a meeting. Like, why do you care? But she wouldn't even talk to you. I think it's very weird.
It's weird, but I can't stress this, not being able to give an interview. Your whole life is in public life. That's what you do. That is the currency.
Right.
Where I'm interviewing as many people as possible. So I want to get my voice out, my vision out, my concerns out. And it's incomprehensible to me that you would be in public life. And President Trump does the same thing. He's not scared of an interview.
No, he likes it.
And Theo Vaughn.
Yeah.
He's done you. He does anybody. He does people who don't agree with him. He's not censoring you.
No.
He's doing, he's talking to reporters who write crappy articles about him all the time. From New York Magazine.
Maggie Haberman at the New York Times.
Maggie Haberman has never written a nice word about Donald Trump, and he talks to her how often?
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah. How in the world can you do that if you cannot give an interview to a news organ?
To a friendly news organ.
To a friendly news. Yeah. They can't even do a setup interview in 40 days. I saw the only interview she did that was unscripted was when she got off a plane. I think it was at Andrews Air Force Base, and so there was a reporter waiting there, and with one question: when are you going to do an interview? And she said, I've told my team that to try to get one done before September. This was the 3rd of August. And I'm doing 7 or 8 interviews a day.
Tells you a lot.
And I'm not, blowing my own horn or anything. I'm just saying that's what you do if you're in public life. And what's the point of being in public life if you don't want to promote your vision? If you don't want to inspire people?